hearty respect to everyone. We often say or listen, mood off. Suppose someone asks any other one to do anything. In response, that one says, today is my mood off. So, sorry, please manage it. Tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I will try to do that. Situation like this comes again and again in our daily life. I think in everyone's life it comes. Suppose in the very duration of mood off, one may have an important work. If he or she does not do that, then it may hamper the daily routine, reputation, sometimes relation too. So it's not at all the sign of intelligence to say mood off with any issues. Instead of that, one should try to go to the root of mood off. What the actually mood off is, we must try to understand clearly from the root. Otherwise, this problem will remain forever. If we consider ourselves as modern people, then we must try to do that. Let's try to understand what the actual phenomenon inside. Mood of means unexpected atmosphere of inside. That means inside's expression or the level of thoughts are not at all expected at this time. So this is the very meaning of mood of. In very simple way, try to, I mean, I try to present to you because there is no need to make it clear to you, I think. So solution is very important. Here, solution, one should try to understand what is the, what the actual phenomenon is here. Suppose it happens unexpectedly, anything, it may happen. In that case, if we say, oh no, today is my mind is, today my mind is very upset. That's why I am not at all able to continue my daily routine or schedule. Instead of that, we try to understand. If we observe, then it will be clear there is a pure consciousness behind all thoughts or moods. Normally, our intellect is not ever about that. That's why always intellect tries to have favorable mood or the expected thoughts inside, but it's not possible always. On the contrary, intellect should try to be aware about the pure consciousness which effortlessly shines behind all thoughts. If intellect learns the very art of having rest in that pure consciousness, then there will no further mood of problem. I mean, there is no mood of problem at all, because in this situation that person's intellect is entirely or clearly aware that thoughts run in this way. It's a very common picture inside. So it's not the sign of intelligence if we try to catch any particular thought and refuse another one. Simply it will create conflict inside, and that will bring or that will help to create or bring the state of mood of again. On the contrary, one should be aware about the behind, about the consciousness behind. When one's intellect will clearly aware about the pure consciousness or the nature of consciousness, then there is no problem of mood of. That means, as consciousness, the person knows every nook and corner of mind. All the moods are very familiar to him or her at this time. No one of those that person will choose or refuse at all. He simply realizes as consciousness. Obviously, the realization will be in pure intellect. As consciousness, he will know all the thoughts just pass. I mean, thoughts arise. All the thoughts arise and subside. It's a very common picture inside. After knowing about this reality clearly, his or her intellect will not face any problem like mood off. In that state, he is completely apart of all type of moods as consciousness, because consciousness is always separate or detached from any type of mood. But people's intellect is not aware about own consciousness or is not aware about the nature of own consciousness. But one should try, I mean, heartily try to discover this reality. That there is no mood of system in consciousness, but in mind. It's a practical solution. Otherwise, no solution will work here. If we try to manage all the things outwardly, it is always partial. I mean, no permanent result will have in our hand. I think it's clear to you, everyone who is really eager to understand the higher truth of human mind or human life. That's it.